Hey everybody, it's Chrissy from Chrissy's Beautiful Life. Welcome back to 30 Days of Sketches 4. We are on to day 12. Oh my goodness. Here is the sketch we are working with from Page Maps. And yeah, I struggle. So we're going to watch me struggle together and see what I come up with. But I had this last little bit of this collection from Maggie Holmes. And if you've been watching Crystal like I have every day this month as well, she is using Maggie Holmes. And if anyone can use it, it's her. Her layouts are just amazing. So I am channeling my inner Crystal for this layout by using this collection. And the way I finish it all up, I said to myself, what would Crystal do? And that's how I created this layout. So I loved the idea of these squares. Like, it's really neat. And I think maybe in a traveler's notebook, this layout sketch itself would be really, really cool. On a 12 by 12 layout, when it's an 8.5 by 11 sketch, it is hard to get it to transfer over. I don't know. So I thought first I would just cut out the initials from my family's name and do a family layout. I do a This Is Us layout every year. And though I'm pretty sure I already did the one for this year, I kind of thought I would create one, have a picture in place for today so you could see what it looked like with a photo. And then when I got a new photo for next year, it would be next year's This Is Us layout. I didn't like that. And I decided to first of all take the pattern paper that is cream with that beautiful floral in black. And I'm going to use that as my background. And then I place my initials down. I'm going to cut all of these pattern papers up in little different strips. I'm not really measuring or doing anything like that. I'm just trying to get a little bit of each pattern in a different shape, size, so that I can work with it. I like the placement of our names, and like not our names, but our initials on this. I think if I had gone this route, it would have been okay. I probably could have made it work. I did not have a photo that matched the colors that this collection represents of us as a family. And I didn't even have a photo of us all together. So to get all 5 of us in a photo is basically impossible. I think we have 2. So hopefully for Christmas, we'll get a really nice family photo because we don't have a ton of all of us together. We have a bunch of us with like me with the kids or Sean with the kids or the kids. But we don't have all of us together. It's bad. And then I thought, well, maybe I could just do a layout about Sean and I and just saying, with the initials of our kids saying, look how far we've been. But our anniversary is coming up in like 4 months. So I didn't really want to do that because, again, it's not really the right, it just wasn't working for me. Nothing was working. So I thought, it's okay. I'm just going to keep cutting and see what I can come up with. And again, it's not that I don't like the way this turned out. I actually think it's quite neat, and I could have made it work. I really could have if I forced it. But I was creating this last night and I didn't like it, so I took it off, and instead you can see I took away all the initials and I just took all the patterns that I had used around the outside and placed them in a completely different order down at the bottom. And that is how I'm taking this sketch. That's all I'm taking from it, is I took different size squares and rectangles and I created a fun little cluster and I did one side of it. And that's it. And I do the stitching. So I do stitch a few of them on. I stitch around the entire layout. And then once I have everything on, I stitch one more time. Other than that, I'm putting this sketch aside and just saying, you know what? This is okay. And it happens with sketches sometimes. And if you are having to use a sketch, which really most people don't have to use it, but if you are, and it's for like a challenge or something, and you're not finding inspiration from it, find one thing, just one little thing, take that and run with it. Sketches are allowed to inspire you in any type of way. It does not matter. There is no right or wrong. It's just what works for you. And so what worked for me today was to take, like I said, the different shapes and sizes of the the squares and rectangles, stitch them at the bottom and create a layout. I then grabbed this year's Thanksgiving photo of my three of them together. I love this photo. It's not perfect, but it's got all three of them. They're all dressed up and they're adorable. So I'm happy with that. I have the word thankful spelled out, and I'm going to fussy cut them out. I was going to actually use the whole tile, but again, too big, too bulky. It was way too heavy to have at the top of my layout. I couldn't put it down at the bottom because I had already done my fancy stitching and everything down there. So I just went ahead and fussy cut it out. I'm going to back my photo with some tissue paper with a couple layers of the other patterns as well. I think I used the really pretty coral one with the floral and a little bit more of the yellow. It just helps kind of balance out the colors there. And I played. I am going to also do another little bit of the random squares up at the top right hand corner as well, just for interest. And I say it every time I do a video, but it gives me a visual triangle. So that makes me happy as well. And yeah, it's fun. You'll see I add some florals too. I'll get to that in a minute. But definitely I played and I kept playing, and as I was doing that, I became more and more happy with the layout. So I'm glad that I stuck with it because I almost gave up. I almost did a face-to-face video saying it's not happening today. This sketch is not my friend and I'm not sharing anything. But I didn't want to do that, so I just kept playing, and I'm super happy with how it turned out. I just finished it. It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon on the day this is due, and I haven't had all day long. I have sick children, a sick child, but she's worse than a man when she's sick, so it's a lot of work. I got like 2 hours of sleep last night, all sorts of excuses I could have had, but I didn't want to. I wanted to play, and I did, and I love this. And like I said, to me, I feel like this is very crystal. It's crystal style. I don't know if it's because it's the Maggie Holmes collection, but I do feel like I'm definitely channeling my inner Crystal, which makes me happy as well because I just love her style so much. It's just beautiful to me. So there you have it. Long rambling as well. I do add a few stickers, which was awesome to get used up too. I am going to go ahead and cut down the rest of that paper to whatever size is manageable, and I'm putting that into my giveaway for my spending freeze because I just wanted to create one more layout with this collection. I had the whole paper pad, didn't love it, but I got it used, so I love it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out Crystals if you haven't already. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!